Some might say that I'm a loner.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living. I hope everyone's having a great day today. Marie and I, we've been off today and we've been pretty busy. We got a little tired this afternoon, so we're getting ready to have an evening meal. And I told Marie that I didn't mind preparing it, so I'm going to help her out tonight. In my skillet here, I've got some butter that's already starting to melt down. And what I'm going to be making today is called chicken and rice. And you make it in one skillet. It's a real quick meal. I'm going to go ahead and get started here and add my vegetables to it. I've got some, this is 1/2 of an onion that I've got diced up. This is 2 stalks of celery diced up, and just a few carrots diced up. Now I will post the original recipe in the description below, but I'm making mine a smaller version. This is not the full amount that the original recipe calls for. Marie and I, we just can't eat that much food, and so this is going to be the perfect amount for us. Okay, we actually made this about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Our granddaughter Kim, a lot of you watch her channel, and she called me one evening and she said, "Pop," said, "I found a recipe that I really loved." And she told me about it, and I said, "Well, that sounds like something we would like too." So I told her to send me that recipe that me and Marie would try it. And we did try it, and we really enjoyed it. So we want to do a video on it. Let me turn some heat up on this. What I did, I melted my butter, and I believe I had 2 tablespoons full of butter is what I used. And then I added all my vegetables to it, and I'm going to let them start sauteing. It'll take a few minutes for those to saute before I go to my next step. While we're waiting on that, let me show you something. Well, first of all, I'm definitely going to be using canned chicken. The recipe calls for using chicken thighs, but I'm going to use canned chickens because it's just so much quicker. I'll be using some salt and black pepper, and Kim told me to be sure and put all the black pepper in there because that's what makes it good. Be using some chicken broth. And on the rice, the recipe calls for just regular rice, but I'm going to use instant rice, so I'll show you how we do that. And at the very end, I'll add some parsley on top of it. But I remember when we made this about 3 weeks ago, it was really good. And so we want to try it again. Like I said, it's so easy. Okay, it's going to take this a few minutes. I'm using my little electric countertop burner, and it takes just a few minutes for that to really start to heat up. So while that's heating up, I want to show you something. A lot of you probably seen our video that we had on earlier this week where we went to the Habitat for Humanity thrift store, and when we're in there we've seen this tin can that says the Ladies Home Journal on it, and we left and I did not buy it. And after we got home I got thinking about it, and the more I thought about it I said I wished I'd picked that up. So when we went off, we ran by the store first thing when they first opened, and it was still there. So I went ahead and picked it up and brought it home. I've got something else that we bought at the yard sale a couple of weeks ago when we went to the church yard sale, and I'll show you that one day also, but I've got it back in my office right now. It's going to end up, it's a picture, and it'll end up hanging on my wall back there, but I'll show you one day. But this tin can, I really liked it. And to be honest with you, I hadn't even took the lid off to see what it looks like on the inside. There's no telling. Well, I'm not missing anything. It's just an empty can. But you never know. You open it up, there's no telling what's inside there. Okay, these are starting to heat up now, so I'm going to let these saute for several minutes because I do want the carrots and the celery to get good and tender before I add the other ingredients to it. So give me a couple of minutes here and I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm back everyone, and these onions and celery and carrots are starting to get tender, and boy, they're really smelling good. I'm gonna go ahead and add, I would say this has been cooking for about 4 to 5 minutes so far. I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken to it, and this is 1 can of great value chicken breast, and it had some big chunks in there, so I took my fork and cut them up just a little bit. I'm gonna add the juice and olive to this. And this particular can of chicken, to me, is about as pretty as you can get. We use this canned chicken all the time. If you've never tried it, you need to try it in your recipes because it's just so tender and so good. But just look how beautiful that chicken looks. Okay, next, I'm gonna go ahead and add, I'm gonna go ahead and put my salt and pepper in there next. And then I'm gonna give it a little stir. And I did put plenty of pepper in there. When I made this the first time, we didn't put the carrots in it, but me and Marie both agreed that we thought it would be really good with a few carrots. So I took those carrots, and if you look at them close, you can see I diced them up real small, so they'd be real tender, not too big, be too big in it. Okay, next I'm gonna add my chicken broth to it, and I'm putting about 2 cups of chicken broth. So we'll give it a good stir. Get all that pepper and salt mixed in there with it. Okay, if you was going to use regular rice, you would go ahead and add the rice to it right now. But in my case, I'm going to be using instant rice. So I'm going to let this come up to a boil, and I'm going to let it cook for probably about 15 minutes before I add my rice to it. So as soon as this comes to a boil and cooks for about 15 minutes, I'll be back with you and we'll add the rice to it. Okay, this has been cooking for 15 minutes, and I just sampled one of those little carrots, and they're good and tender, so I know this is really going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and add my rice to it. Now this is 1 cup of rice, and because I am using instant rice instead of regular rice, I may have to adjust the amount of rice I put in here. But I'm going to let it cook for just a little bit, and we'll see how it looks. And whatever I end up using, I'll put that on the screen as to how much rice we use. But this is looking very similar to how it looked last time we cooked it, and it was fabulous. Okay, let me set my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, and we'll let this sit here and cook for about 5 minutes, and I'll come back with you and we'll serve some up and see how it tastes. Okay, this is done. Let me turn my timer off. And there's just a little more liquid in there, but the rice will probably continue to absorb that liquid, but I like it the way it looks right now, so I'm not going to add any more rice to it, just like it is. I'm going to put some parsley on top of it, not a whole lot. Okay. And that's still, even though I've turned my countertop burner off, it's still cooking because this countertop burner stays hot for a long time. But let me go ahead and get some out. I'm going to get Marie some out first. But man, don't that look good. I can't wait to try it. And maybe if Marie's not too tired, she'll come in here and do a taste test for us. Marie, do you feel like doing a taste test?
Yeah.
Okay, Marie said yes, she feels like it, so she'll be in here in just a minute. Okay, there's Maria bowl. Now, like I said, I didn't make the full recipe because it's just me and Marie. We don't want to have too much. But I remember.
That's good.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's I sampled it already. It's good, Marie. Okay. Okay, Marie. Looks good, don't it?
It really looks delicious.
Oh, it's going to be hot because I just turned it off.
Okay.
So if you taste it, be very careful. That's hot. That's exactly how I remember when we made it the other time. Really good. Now, we didn't put carrots in it the other time, so let me try a bite of the carrots with it too. Just don't burn yourself because I know they're hot.
Did you put salt in it?
Yeah, I put salt and pepper. Does it taste like it's got too much salt?
Just a tad. But, I mean, it's not, it doesn't ruin the recipe. But next time you make it, I just leave out a little bit of salt.
Okay. Well, I think I put,
But it's not enough to hurt it.
yeah, it calls for a pretty good bit of salt.
I will eat this bowl without any problem.
Yeah. And Kim said to be sure and put the pepper in it because she said it really makes it good with that extra pepper.
For some reason or another, anything that's got salt in it, I taste it. So it's always more powerful to me than it is most people. So this is probably, you know, it's just my taste buds.
Yeah, well, it seems perfect to me.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed it.
Oh, it's definitely very good.
Okay. When it cook, we need to let it cool just a couple more minutes before we really enjoy it though because it's too hot right now.
Yeah.
But this is going to be our evening meal. Marie, since you're in here, will you close our video out for us? I hope everyone enjoyed watching me make this. If you try it, you're going to love it. It is a fast and easy one-pot meal. We've made it about 3 or 4 weeks ago and loved it. Kim's the one that originally made it and told us about it. She said, you've got to try that.
Yes, it's very delicious.
Okay, Marie, I'll let you close it out. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on our next video.
And y'all do what you love and love what you do. And like Calvin said, we'll see you on the next video. Bye. And y'all have a great evening.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking,